Okay, good morning, everybody. We are waking up to a problem. Our air conditioner stopped working, and Chris just spent about an hour up on the roof trying to get it settled, and it is still not working. So he did everything he could. We had that big storm in the night, and so we're not sure if that's what caused the problem. But either way, we're in Alabama, so we need to come up with a fix. Bad news is it's a Saturday and it's Labor Day weekend. So Chris is calling places, but none of them are actually open. The good news is our campground had a nice, when they gave us the campground information packet. Oh.
Hello. Pushing in the air.
Okay, so Chris got him on the phone. Oh man,
Yeah.
if you could just hear the accent, you would just love it. He
It's
was
great.
great.
Yeah,
But
thankfully he's open. He's available to come out today, a Saturday. It's 8:45. He's going to be out here by 10:15, 10:30, so that's wonderful. Talked through some of the stuff over the phone, and he's got to come out and try a couple things and see if he can figure out exactly what's going on. Hopefully it's a part that is readily available and we don't have to completely replace it. That'll be decision time. I mean, I don't know that we really have much of a decision to make. I mean, we need air conditioning for this to continue, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
yeah, but it was really nice. So that's how we did it. We didn't even have to look anything up. Fortunately, here at this campground, they had a list of places, and usually if you go and ask them, that's what we were going to do, go and ask them, but they actually were closed. But usually if you go and ask them, they can even give you, like, you know, who they recommend and stuff like that right at the campground. But our office was closed this morning, probably because it's a Saturday. But we did look in the pamphlet, and then it just honestly came down to the fact that there was only one open.
Yeah,
so that's
there's
just
two others in there, but they were both closed for the weekend, so yeah.
So it's just like that. You're kind of hoping that, you know, doing your best and hoping it all works out. So I think I've mentioned before, but I use Castile soap a lot, and it's great for an RV because you can buy buy it in bulk. Usually I buy a gallon and then have it for multiple uses. So today what I am using it for is hand soap, and I have one of these in the bathroom and the kitchen, and it's not rocket science. I just usually fill it about a third of the way, but you can see that the base of this is kind of wider than the top, so I kind of, make it about a third of the way soap, and then I use distilled water the rest of the way. And you can add essential oils if you want this to smell. Personally, I go with just the plain. I like the plain, and since we wear contacts and stuff, and I use this in the bathroom, I don't want those oils on my hands when I'm putting in my contacts, so I just use the Baby Mild Castile soap that has no scent at all, and then I don't add anything to it. But if you want to, you can certainly add a few drops of essential oils and have a nice, healthy, clean-smelling soap. Okay, so the gentleman came and he was really
Great guy. Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie, I forget his last name.
What's the name of the?
It's his name. It's Eddie Chalmers, something like that.
Okay, well
It's
I'll
and
put it
son.
in the I'll put
we'll
it in
get
the
then. But super nice guy. Really responsive. He was out here an hour and a half after we called him. He showed up right when he said he would. We got up on the roof. Really knowledgeable guy. He diagnosed the problem as the motor in about 30 seconds, because once he showed me where to look and what to touch to see that things weren't working right, it was pretty obvious. So we went through the whole thing of, if we could actually disassemble it, what the cost is to replace the motor versus, a new one. The lifespan on a rooftop unit like that for an RV is, and I've heard this before, it's 10 years. So ours is going on 11 years old now. So it didn't make any sense to replace parts that were going to cost a little more than half of what it would be for an entire new one. So we're going to go with the new air conditioner, which he's going to be able to come back after lunch and do it today, which is really great because we're going to need air. We're going to have.
Well, he said that. He said, we do air conditioners every day.
Every day, yeah. He said you gotta have it down here. So
Yeah. He said you can
yeah.
you can about fry an egg.
That's right. So he's gonna put the new unit in. There's a good chance that it will be compatible with the thermostat that I have on the wall. The rooftop units don't come. The RV units don't come with their own thermostats, because usually you're just switching out a unit. If you stick with the same name brand, typically it's going to work. I switched out the thermostat to a programmable one within the last year, so he says there's a good chance that it'll be compatible. He'll know as soon as he plugs it in and tries it. If not, he'll just switch to thermostat that is.
Right, and I think we're really fortunate because we switched that out. We switched out our thermostat because it was having trouble at that point in time.
That's right. Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
We would have left the thermostat, but we were having trouble with it, so we switched it out to the
right, where it just
programmable
kept
one.
kicking off. It just kept kicking off and kicking off. So we switched to that, and that seemed to fix it for months.
Yep.
And then before my sister and brother-in-law came back in
That would've
Arizona.
been late April or May.
Yeah.
May. That would have been sometime in May.
It stopped. It started
The motor
just stopping.
started to go. We had a morning where it just exact same thing that happened today. It happened then, but it only happened once. It cooled down. We started it up, and then it was fine, and it's been fine since. But so 5-6 months ago, 4 months, whatever it is, it started to really get tired, we'll say. And this morning is when it finally gave out.
So it's 86 degrees in here, and it is only gonna be getting hotter.
And it's 10:30.
Yeah, it's only 10:30. We do have a fan that we use in the bedroom, but we brought it out. So it is good idea to have a fan, I think, like that doesn't run as part of your regular system. But he said they don't even have to be this old for air conditioners to go. It happens all the time. So we're really grateful that we've had ours this long and that he was so responsive. He's going to come this afternoon. Chris talked to him and felt comfortable enough with him to be able to leave this place. How did you do that?
Yeah, so we don't have to be here for him to do the work. And this was kind of interesting, actually, because I was just going to leave the doors open. I mean, this is a very nice RV park. It's a safe area. I had no problems doing that. But he actually has a master key that works on not the deadbolt, but on there's a deadbolt and a regular lock as part of our front door, or our entry door. It's our only door. And he has a master key that works on the door lock, not the deadbolt, but the door lock. So I'm just going to do the door lock, and he'll be able to open that when he gets here.
Which is true, and that's why I remember when we were like getting ready to leave, we were like, what do we need to do safety-wise? And that was one of the things I recommended, was putting a deadlock, because the regular RV lock, there can be master keys, and anybody can get into that. Yeah. So you really need to have deadlock. So that's good to know.
And a lot of the lockable storage compartments, I mean, maybe you think, oh, I shouldn't say it, but I think it's kind of common knowledge. The lockable storage compartments on a lot of the RVs, at least our year range, maybe the newer ones are different, but our year, they lock, but I've been told, and I think our dealer even told us, that the key that unlocks it is pretty much the same. It's not even like a master key. Like there's one type of lock, and it comes with one key.
Yeah.
I think it unlocks just about any storage compartment, but whatever. We've never had any issue. We have storage compartments that have no locks, that we have packed full of stuff.
But it is something to think about if you're planning on boondocking a lot and stuff like that. You know, if you're in an RV park, there is a measure of safety that you do not get elsewhere, for sure. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Since it's just going to get hotter, this is turning out to be the best day ever for Chris, because
we have no choice but to head to the beach and find a good place to watch football games for the rest of the day.
It's the first day of college football, so woohoo!
Silver lining, baby.
And I, as a nice treat for me, am not going to have to make lunch. We will eat lunch out.
Lovely. I like it.
And I will stick around for the football.
Should be there. Should be there just in time for the first
Actually,
kickoff.
my favorite team is playing this year, Oklahoma. I love their quarterback, so
yes.
I'm looking forward to that. So that's where we're headed. Alright, so we got ready and we packed up a couple of things to take with us, and it is already 88 in here, and it's still not even 11 o'clock yet. The hangout to watch some football.
First stop, we'll see how this
Oh, jeez. Apparently this is where the party happens. They've got a whole stage and everything. The beach is right there. Ooh, stepped in a puddle. Choice, Alabama, Auburn, or LSU. Oh, he goes for Auburn.
Go with the place that I've actually been to.
Had our fun downtown, hang out at the bar as long as we could, had our lunch.
We lasted one half.
And then the beauty of it is that this campground actually has this huge rec room, and they even have a kitchen off of it that you can use. So it's not really cold in here, but it is definitely, the kitchen is air conditioned and it's definitely a lot cooler in here, and they have some fans going. But look at this nice big screen for the games.
Great setup, and the whole place is empty.
Yeah, we're the only ones here. And I'll show you. See, there's a bunch of tables. The pool's out there. You can see up there a bunch of people at the pool. It's a really nice pool. But yeah, this is where in the winter when we were here on Sundays, they had their church service in here. And they have a lot of activities and things, but I'll show you the kitchen. Lovely, right? And all guests are allowed to use this as long as they, you know, keep it clean. Well, we did finally get the air conditioning fixed. In the afternoon, they came and fixed it. This morning, they had just come out to, you know, diagnose it and see what the problem was. So they came back this afternoon. They got it fixed. Everything got cooled down in here. We were able to cook dinner here in the camper and eat here. And so then we were going to go swimming, but actually what ended up happening is that another thunderstorm came through. So it's now after 9 o'clock, so the pool's closed. So we're pretty much just chilling for the rest of the evening, and then probably gonna read a little bit and then go to bed. And the tomorrow, the only problem with our air conditioner is the new one's here and it's working really, really well. It's actually working better than our other one, but when we stand in the one side of the room, there's like a vibrating noise that sounds really like I don't know, almost like it's like an industrial noise, you know. So Chris called the guy back and he said he's gonna come tomorrow morning and take a look at it because it shouldn't be making that kind of noise. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll get it fixed tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow. So good night.
Remove